Documentary review.
Hey guys, Heisenberg. I didn't upload a video last week, mainly because I just really wasn't in the mood to really forcing myself to make a YouTube video. So I'm a week behind schedule, so hopefully I can get 2 videos done this week. Hopefully, we'll see what happens though. I might just go back to just uploading 1 video a week, but I think this week I'm going to try my best to upload a second video. But anyway, for this video, for the longest time I've wanted to talk about the Ace family. This probably goes back all the way to January that I said how I want to do it. I want to do a video on the Ace family, but I really didn't know what I want to talk about or when was a good time to really talk about them. There wasn't until like maybe a few days ago they started actually like earlier this month, but it wasn't until a few days ago they uploaded the 3rd part to their documentary series they're doing. And honestly, I find it the dumbest documentary series I've ever seen in my entire life. And I feel like in my last video I also talked about how ever since Shane Dawson kind of started doing documentaries, it's like every YouTuber now just thinks they know how to make a documentary now. You got Logan Paul, who uploaded his documentary last Thursday talking about the flat Earth community, which was also I think that documentary was worse than the one I'm going to talk about because it was just the script. It was, to make it even worse, a lot of the people that were featured in that documentary came out and said that they were reading off a script and were really pissed off about how badly betrayed the flat Earth community was portrayed in the documentary. Even that includes the person who hosts the flat Earth conventions too.
Several hundred attended the conference, some thinking Paul was sympathetic, but now some saying Paul's trick is not funny.
But I was deceived, I was lied to. I honestly really did believe he was genuine.
But anyway, back to this video though. But now the Ace family is going to be actually doing a 4-part documentary series, and I'm going to be talking. There's only 3 parts that are uploaded. When the 4th part comes out, I will do a video on that. But I think by looking at these 3 parts, I think it's time to make a video on it. Now, I have many problems with this documentary. A lot. Just put it this way, I have a lot of problems with the documentary. Mainly because there's a few reasons. One is, what point are they trying to prove? And 2, no one asked for this documentary. And 3, this documentary is only made for attention and clout. And just like Shane Dawson, everyone's kind of just like Logan Paul, they're just trying to jump on that documentary clout. If there really was a point to this documentary, I guess the point of them trying to prove is that they're still human, and that how they might be rich and famous, but like they still want to live lives like every other human being would. And if that's the point, they are not convincing, and they are doing probably an absolute terrible job at trying to convince me to think that, because I feel like the whole thing was just one big flex. There's a part in their first part of the documentary where they go back to where their life started, and there's one where they go back to the apartment complex they first lived together in, and they talked about how they lived in some really bad apartment complex and how they were working their asses off, and they had really bad camera quality on their older YouTube videos. First of all, if you live in an apartment complex that looks like this, and your older YouTube videos have camera quality that looks way better than mine, you are not broke, okay? Maybe they are. Maybe they might be. I guess maybe they were broke. How could I know? And why would I care? But if they're still doing a terrible job at trying to persuade me. But like I said, if you live in a apartment complex like the one I showed, especially when that's the camera quality the video has when they start off their channel, quit trying to act like you're broke, because you're not if it looks like that, okay? And the second thing I want to talk about is the whole 3rd part of the documentary was literally them just trying to show off and flex their new custom house they got. I guess, and they're trying to make it seem that they're not trying to flex, but you literally just spent an entire 3rd part of your documentary talking about the new house you're getting, all the new features and all that kind of bullcrap that it's getting, and all that kind of shit that no one really cares about. Now, the second part was also bad. Well, let's put it this way. They're all going to be bad. The fourth part hasn't come out yet, and I can already say it's just going to be as bad as the other three parts. But anyway, the second part was really, I guess that was the one they really kind of talked about how they have these hard struggles in their lives and all that kind of crap. The entire time they really talked about how they don't get a lot of privacy because of their fans and all that kind of crap. How, yeah, they might love and respect their fans, and meeting their fans might make them feel happy and all that kind of crap, but they hate how their fans are consistently like bugging or stalking them at their house. It's at a point where they've had people stalk or supposedly break in their house, which everyone knows that whole crap of their house being broken into was literally fake. And I could probably cover that in another time, but but I really hate how they're trying to act like we want privacy and all that kind of crap. And you would also think that if you have people consistently stalking your house, or people consistently bothering you outside of your house, and you think that they would hire security, right? And then they completely contradict themselves in the third part, how they say how in the third part, when they're talking about their house being built, they're just all like, you're just like, yeah, you can come and see us anytime you want.
We'll be officially moving in, and
new chapter.
we are taking our Ace family members with us. You guys will be moving in with
You're
us.
welcome to come if you want
So
to.
pack up all your bags, take all your goodies,
Take all your
and you will be
snacks.
moving into the Ace family house.
Bring your pets. It's okay.
We can probably fit a good amount of y'all in our house.
But that makes no sense, because on the second part, you just said we want privacy. Like, what the hell do you guys want? Like, that makes absolutely no sense at all. Now, I'm not the only one that's had a problem with the documentary. There are plenty of other people that have made videos talking about how, like, really dumb the Ace Family documentary is so far. Unless the fourth part is more convincing, which I highly doubt it will. And whenever the fourth part comes out, I do plan on making just a video particularly on the fourth part and probably summarize the rest of this. But anyway. But it really, the whole point of the documentary, like I said before, I feel like it was just one big flex and them trying so hard to act like they have it so hard and trying to be famous and all that kind of crap. When there are plenty of other YouTubers that went through way worse hardships than they have. As of now, people were really hoping that they would talk about their other controversy they've been involved in, such as the recent charity event, the problem they had, or some of the problems they've had in their recent charity events, or probably the biggest one that I was really hoping he would talk about, which was the father's most recent controversy. And by the way, I forgot their names, so I'm gonna be calling them the father or the mother or the daughter, because I forgot the names and I could care less. If you don't know the father's recent controversy is probably the most funniest one. He basically bought his nephew a dick-shaped lollipop all because he took her to Spencer's and she kept wanting to steal it, but instead, just to avoid her stealing it, he bought it for her. And I was really surprised by how many people were going to defend the father on this. I thought Logan Paul's and the Jake Paul's fan base was really bad. I take that back, because the Ace family is probably the worst, because you have actual mothers that watch their videos and will literally defend them. People who you think would have more common sense. You think they would kind of be like, wow, that's a great thing he did. Instead, they're just like, no, what he did was right or something. They all said the same, and every person who defended them too said the exact same thing, saying how she's just a little kid, she won't remember, or she's just a little kid, she doesn't know any better. I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess you could say that's a plausible argument. The problem with this, though, is that he bought a little girl a lollipop in the shape of a penis, and no one wants to see maybe a girl who's probably not even old enough to go to kindergarten sucking on an object in the shape of a dick. Common sense, people. What the That is by far the dumbest thing that a parent could ever do, is taking their taking their toddler nephew to Spencer's. Okay, they don't even know what the hell go. To make it even worse, there were comments of actual mothers who said how they take their kids to Spencer's all the time, even when they go to the back. Like, if you really think it's okay to take your kids to Spencer's, you are probably the dumbest fucking parent on earth. I swear to God. Look, Spencer's is alright. I don't have a problem with it. It's just that, why would you take a toddler to Spencer's? And don't say that whole, they're just a little kid, they won't understand, and they will just eventually forget about it. Fuck you. I don't care if that even happens at all. That is, it's like a bad influence, really, to your child, and to, I mean, granted, look, I'm not a parent, so I can't really say, I can't just tell a parent what the hell they're gonna do. But it takes common fucking sense to be like, yeah, you shouldn't take your kids to Spencer's, because that's not what, they're not supposed to be there. I'm even surprised the cashier didn't even react much to him buying his toddler, his nephew, a lollipop in the shape of a dick. So that's it for this video. I was really surprised I touched up on the controversy of the father for quite a bit. I probably spent like a good 2 or 3 minutes talking about it. But like I said, I just think that was just like one of the dumbest acts that a father could ever do. But anyway, that's it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more crap content like this. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.